packaging your handmade soaps using cellophane wrap. Today we're just going to talk through a couple of easy options using cellophane wrap as your packaging material. We love this because you can still see the product through the packaging. Your customers know exactly what they're going to be buying. And also with melt and pour soaps, we all know that this particular soap likes to attract moisture from the air. So with the cellophane wrap, we can eliminate the risk of that happening. Here I'm going to show you a couple of ways using cellophane wrap to package your handmade soaps. So firstly, we're going to try and show you how to fold a neat way your soap's able to stand up by itself and it's airtight. So if you're wrapping melt and pour soap, you're eliminating that risk of the soap sweating. So you firstly need your piece of cellophane wrap. There's no easy way for me to tell you what size you're going to need. It all depends on the size of the soap that you're wrapping. I would suggest to wrap your very first one, see what wastage there is, and then cut the others to the size that you need. So firstly, I'm going to place the soap in the centre, but leaving about 1 inch at the bottom and about 2 inches at the top. The smaller bottom edge, we need it to be really nice and neat so it can stay up, and the longer top edge will mean that we can fold it over a bit further so you can still see the tops of the soaps through the packaging. But the basic thing is it's just like wrapping a parcel or a present, folding over the sides and securing with tape, and then making sure that the seam is facing you. We gently put it on the counter and we take the sides and push them in. We're now going to take our thumbs and push the cellophane back, and then taking the back piece forward and folding over gently and securing it with tape. Now you should be left with a nice neat fold and your soap is able to stand up by itself. To fold over the top, we need to make sure that the seam is now at the back, but we're going to be doing exactly the same as what we did at the bottom. So folding in the sides, but now this bit's a bit longer, we're going to push from the front with our thumbs over towards the back. So it gives a clear window, you can see the tops of your soaps. We're now going to fold that over carefully and secure with tape. And there you go, it leaves a nice folded finish and completely airtight, so we know that the soap's not going to sweat, and it's a blank canvas for you to use your labelling as you do. Now with this way of wrapping, it means that you don't have to use tape. It also is good because you can wrap soaps that are not your normal square or rectangle, so it just makes it a lot easier. So for this, we're going to need a lot bigger size sheet of cello. Mine come in sheets, and this is the size of the sheet. This is actually butcher's wrap from Booker's. Absolutely ideal for wrapping soaps. So we take it the length way, and then what you need to do is find the centre. So finding the centre, and then you place your soap's bottom edge on the centre. So when you fold it over, it will be in half. So then what we need to do, it's the same aspect really with the formal folds. We need to take in the edges. This is a bit fiddly, but take in the edges like so. And then I like to fold down. And then picking it up, we kind of scrunch it all up to the top. Now the good thing about this method is that it's not meant to look neat, and it looks tidy, but not as neat as the folded. So what you then need is, you can either take some twine or even a piece of ribbon, and then holding it scrunch with your fingers, wrap around 2 or 3 times, and tie it off. You can do a bow or just do a normal knot, trimming off the excess, and there we have it. So So as long as you've managed to get that bottom straight, your soap should still stand up. And like I say, perfect for the odd shape soap, and you can either use leave the tops like it is, or you can trim off to make it a little neater.